Hi everyone, welcome to Voice of Truth. I have a question for you. Do you remember one of my videos not that long ago that I posted and talked about entities and how they can have an effect on your health? Well, somebody asked me the question, but how do you know? And I had said in the video, unless you could, go to a clairvoyant or somebody who could see them. And but there are other clues too. And for instance, I had a client who knew of a young girl. She was probably about maybe 2.5, 3 years old. And this little girl kept on waking up in the middle of the night, going to her parents' room and complaining that she was afraid because there was a man in her room. And so they kept on saying, "There's no man there. There's no man there. Go back to bed." Well, it got really bad. It got to the point where the child didn't want to go to bed. She didn't want to go in her room anymore because she was terrified of this man. So they were going to take her to the psychiatrist, and my friend said, "Before you do that, let's see if there's something that Adele can do." And so what they did was they sent all the information that I needed. And for sure, I went to this home. I went to the bedroom and I discovered that there indeed was a man, but of course not in the flesh, but it resembled a man, but it was a dark shadow. And it was very, very intrigued or enticed by the light of the child. Dark and light. Dark is attracted to light, light's attracted to dark. So, that's the whole yin and yang kind of thing. But anyways, so what I did was I spoke to this entity and spoke to him and talked about how he didn't need this child's light, and I showed him his own and how he could go and where he could go to a place of transformation to be himself. That's it in a kind of like a nutshell, the 101. But that's what we did. And guess what? The next day, the child went to bed that night, and next morning got up and said to her mom, "The man didn't come last night, Mummy." And she was fine ever since. So you see, well, first of all, children, right? They're just like these little balls of light. They're sentient beings. And so a lot of times when they talk about their imaginary friends, oh, it's not really imaginary. They're really seen spirits. So, just to say that these things are real, and they obviously were playing havoc with this child. And this child could have ended up on medication for the rest of her life because she was hearing things or seeing things. Do you see what I mean? But she was actually, because she is such a being of light, that she was actually feeling and seeing the presence of this being. So that kind of gives you an example of what it's like when this happens. And so if you ever need any kind of clarity in that regard, or you think that this is happening, don't hesitate to reach out to someone, because it really can have a negative effect on you. So I hope that helps. You can reach me at phoenixrisinghealingcenter.com, TikTok, Instagram, and we'll see you next time.